Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, round number 2 of the Ashh Hammond Sign and Designs Midget Series, brought to you by the Ultimate Dirt League, right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set to tackle the tight little bull ring in Illinois here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway for what is round number 2 of the series. Qualifying about done and dusted. We'll see who will pick up the JR Productions and Media Hard Charge Reward, picking up $10 thanks to James Rice and JR Productions and Media. So far at the moment, looks like it's going to be Clayton Davies, and we will make that official. I think we'll start from position number 3 in heat race number 1. It is official. Clayton Davies gets quick time of the 12.087. We look down the line at Rico Robles, Nathan Vanderwacker, Clayton Davies. And you go back to Leo Heaton, Austin Piper, Cameron O'Brien, Blake Walsh, Riley Bilson, and Aiden Perdue going to make up your top 10 drivers. 5 heats on the program as we are ready for round number 2. Heat race number 1. We'll line up like this. It's the Fridge who sandbags, gets himself on the pole position. Max Bevan starting out of position number 1. Position number 2, it's Austin Piper. Position number 3, quick time award, is Clayton Davies. Position number 4, it's Boyd Bowden. Position number 5 is going to be Riley Simpson. Jacob Croker lines up out of position number 6. Jason Burke lines up out of position number 7. And Jeremy Keendrud will line up out of position number 8 in heat race number 1. Let me just check to confirm. We are looking for someone. Okay, we'll get to that one in a moment. But here we go, heat race number 1 here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. We're underway, heat race number 1, round number 2 of the Ashh Hammond Sign and Designs Midget Series. We're going to 3 and 4 to complete the first lap. And it's going to be the 65 of Austin Piper leading the way from Clayton Davies, running in second. The old Fridge of Max Bevan back there in third position. We make our way to complete lap number 2 of an 8-lap heat race distance. The battle on between Boyd Bowden and Riley Simpson. Simpson slides up. Bowden gets a little contact there. Bowden going to go upside down. Boyd. Oh boy. It's a tough break there for Boyd Bowden. You know what we're going to see? We're going to see an Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay of what you cannot do and where you can or cannot park. First off, that wall don't move, so we'll bring that up. We're going to throw this up there on there. Boyd, you can't park there and the wall don't move. Someday these drivers will learn, listen, where you can and cannot park. Nice shot of the back of Barney, the iRacing flagman, getting all up in his grill. So getting ready for heat race number 1, the resumption. Hello, Mitch. Hello, Cartman. Cartman. Yes, can confirm that also, Cody. I don't need your confirmation, but thank you for that confirmation. But hey, you know what I can give confirmation? As I'm going to Dubbo this weekend. Sure, there'll be a number of other people that will be confirmed going to Dubbo, and confirmed that other people shall not be going as we go back to green flag. We're halfway home. Austin Piper leads the way from Clayton Davies. Max Bevan in the 68 in third. Then you go back to Jacob Croker in fourth. Jason Burke fifth. Jerry Keendrod, Riley Simpson, Boyd Bowden. Well, Grayson Springer, didn't even see him in the starting grid. So looking at third and fourth, it's the Fridge of Max Bevan. Trying to fend off the challenge here from the 15 of Jacob Croker, 2 to run. Clayton Davies trying to close in on your race leader of Austin Piper. Gonna greet the white flag here in heat race number 1. And looking like it's going to be at Austin Piper getting the job done. Clayton Davies going to try upstairs in 3 and 4. Not going to matter. Checkered flag is out. Austin Piper gets the win. Second will go to Clayton Davies. Max Bevan home in third. Fourth is going to be Jacob Croker. Jason Burke rounds out your top 5. Then you go back to Riley Simpson in 6th, Jeremy Kingsrod 7th, and Boyd Bowden home in position number 8. Heat race number 1. Your finishing order will go like this: Piper, Key, Bevan, Croker, Burke, Simpson, Kingsrod, and Bowden for the 8 cars to contest heat number 1. Heat number 2, old Milton Squizzy. Caleb Mills lines up, or the Camel I should say, lines up on the pole position. Cameron O'Brien out of position number 2. Rico Robles lines up at a position number 3. It is a very aggressive outside second row of Daniel Cassidy out of position number 4. Let's import that one. And it's still showing us that. Why did that not fix? Yeah, Daniel Cassidy lines up at a position number 4. Justin Wright from position number 5. Trent Gosley will start position number 6. Brooke Marquis lines up at a position number 7. Cody Nevin out of position at number 8. And Hayden Vickers out of position number 9. There is all sorts of things wrong with this one. So you can go to none. We've got HIJ. Can go there. And who else am I doing? This guy. And we're going to put him as that for the brief moment. Here we go. Green flag is out. Heat number 2 is underway. Can you hear the background noise, Patsy? I don't know if you can hear that background noise. How the waterfalls treat me. Okay, well we've got, I'll turn it off just in case you can. Didn't think you could. But we'll turn it out. Okay. Imports and teams. That's that. Imports and drivers. Yeah, it still showed it as there, so we'll just go on that and on. Anyhow, we're back underway. Not for too much longer because that's perfect timing. Well, we'll have to wait and find out. Okay, so that's... he's correct there. Add drivers. Cody Nevin. Cody, it'd be nice if you can sort your stuff out. Drivers, yes. Johnson is that all? And yes. Okay. I feel like I'm missing one. I am. Yeah, I don't think I'd be too happy with that. There we go. Now we can export it again. Right, I spent a whole lot of time fixing drivers' names. Back underway. Heat number 2, big wheel stand there by Cameron O'Brien, looking to the inside of the Camel. That Camel, Caleb Mills. Here goes Rico Robles on the inside of J-Dub. J-Dub falls back to position number 3. Robles going to move his way to position number 2. Now the times and standings starting to get themselves figured out. Everybody, you see a lot of the cars working that inside groove. Look out, J-Dub. You can't park there. Keep it going. We're yellow. We are yellow. And we're just the one yellow too. There's no multiple yellows. So heat number 2 certainly having its fair share of dramas with some drivers. No doubt we'll get the night all sorted. Wonder how my bet's going on sports bet. Oh yeah, it's out. Well, let's get back underway. Coming to the close of heat number 2, Robles. New race leader from Caleb Mills. Robles after going second quick. Going to get the white flag. And we're going to put that number 3 machine on the outside of the front row for tonight's main event. Going to make it a good starting position for Rico Robles, who got the job done over Caleb Mills in second, Cameron O'Brien third, Trent Gosley fourth, Daniel Cassidy fifth, and Justin Wright sixth, Brooke Marquis in seventh, Cody Nevin in eighth, followed by, in fact, Hayden Vickers seventh, Cody Nevin, Brooke Marquis to go 7, 8, and 9. Moving through the program very quickly. Again, these races hopefully will not be all that long. Story of my life. Nick Ryan lines up on pole position. Blake Walsh out of position number 2. Nathan Vanderwacker will start from position number 3. Braden Miller lines up out of position number 4. Jonathan McKean out of position number 5. Regan Edwards from position number 6. Jason Crawford from position number 7. And Braden Shute lines up out of position number 8. Braden Miller missed the start, or he's having some sort of issue, so he will not take any part, from what I can see, in heat race number 3. Again, 5 heats on the program. Then, of course, our preliminary actions, C and B main, which of course will be Alphabet Soup Racing. Round number 2 of the Ashh Hammond Sign and Designs Midget Series. That was a good start on the outside. Jason Crawford, there was some contact into one, and he'll now be tail end of the field. You're watching Nick Ryan trying to get by Blake Walsh. They both pick up the front wheels. That infield tractor tyre does not move. Jesus. Let's take a look at Nick Ryan. It's not quite Billy Ryan, but it's close enough. But oh no, there goes Nick Ryan. Ouch. And you talk about from going from 0 to 0. Those tyres still don't move, and yet you still can't park there. Big thanks to the Power Plats presentation for coming on board with the sponsorship, proposed sponsorship here on UltimateDirtTV for the next season and a bit. You'll see that on all of our broadcasts, mostly Australian stuff. Sure, we'll try and get that on the American stuff as well. Seeing as apparently I've had to put some big boy pants on, and well, there'll be no more me during the day. Anyhow. Life goes on. This doesn't pay the bills, unfortunately. If it did, I wouldn't look for a job. Braden Shute has moved up to position number 3. There you look at Regan Edwards. To the outside he goes. Jonathan McKean, he was down low. And Regan Edwards has been the only car pretty much to try and work that outside line in the opening 2.5 heat races. Your leader is still Blake Walsh from Nathan Vanderwacker. It was quick last week, but it was Blake Walsh to get the jump here on in heat race number 2. Vanderwacker closes in again. Tell you what, ever since the update a couple of seasons ago with the wingless, we've gone from the Fairbury top dominant racetrack just to be all around the gutter. And right now, all around the gutter is where Blake Walsh needs to be. Into 3 and out of turn number 4. Blake Walsh, Balake gets the job done in heat number 3. Nathan Vanderwacker home in second. Braden Shute goes +5 to come home third. Jonathan McKean fourth. Regan Edwards will come home fifth. We'll take a look at your official results. Then you go back to Jason Crawford in 6th. Excuse me. 7th is Nick, I want to move the tyres, Ryan. And of course, Braden Miller did not take any further, or didn't take any further part in heat number 3 as heat number 4. Your starting grid on screen. K-Dub, it's all torso of Kobe Wright. Lines up on pole position. Riley Bilson will line up at a position number 2. Clayton Davies will start position number 3. Jack Murphy from position number 4. Brady Baldwin lines up at a position number 5. James Rice in the 5 will start from position number 6. Matty Bailey, DJ the Rockstar, he will start from position number 7. And Joshua Barry will line up out of position number 8. So again, heats moving through the program. Penultimate heat race of the evening here in the Ashh Hammond Sign and Designs Midget Series, round number 2 here at Fairbury after last week opening up at, I can't remember, where did we open up at last week? Lanier, it was. So, Wright, Bilson, they'll wait for the green flag, wait for Mark of the iRacing to say, let's go racing, boys. And we're underway. At the inside of Italy goes Clayton Davies. He'll take over position number 2. Now looking to come after Kobe Wright for your race lead. Jack Murphy sits in 4th position here. Keep an eye on Brady Baldwin in that transport equipment hire number 7 machine. Again, trying the outside line. Behind him goes his teammate Joshua Barry. Your top 4 just roll the inside line. Jack Murphy holding down the 4th and final transfer. I'm pretty sure it's top 4 going through. So Barry, then you go back to James Rice in that JR Productions Media number 5 machine. Matt Bailey rounding out the field, or what was rounding out the field. Clayton Davies had some issues there. So now your top 4, Kobe Wright, Riley Bilson, Jack Murphy and Brady Baldwin. Baldwin with his teammate of Joshua Barry in that 49 machine. See, I tell you what, Baldwin's got this, that number 7 machine hooked up on the top side of the racetrack. His teammates closing in. You're looking at 3.5 tenths of a second between 4th and 5th right now. 2 laps left to run. Time running out for Joshua Barry to make it directly into the show. And tell you what, who's loving it right now is the man that's going to see the white flag first here on the racetrack, and that is Kobe Wright. And he's going to make his way down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. And out of turn number 4, Kobe Wright gets the job done ahead of Riley Bilson, home in 2nd. Jack Murphy 3rd, Brady Baldwin 4th. Joshua Barry goes +3 to come home 5th. James Rice in 6th, Matt Bailey 7th, and Clayton Davies in position number 8. We'll take a look at your finishing results, and there it is, confirmation on how they just finished there. Wright, Bilson, Murphy, and Baldwin, followed by Barry, Rice, Bailey, and Davies for heat race number 4. Heat number 5, Kai Jensen lines up to 75 from position number 1. Aidan Perdue lines up at a position number 2. Leo Heaton lines up at a position number 3. Luke Johnson, Papa Johnson, will line up at a position number 4. Cole Patrick will start from position number 5. Position number 6, it's Ashh Hammond. Nathan Norman lines up at a position number 7. And Riley Stewart from position number 8. Leo Heaton, who was meant to start 3rd. Well, no luck in heat number 5 for him. So again, if he decides, if he's had some packet loss or anything like that, if he's had some mechanical issues, he's going to have to come via the C main. Aidan Perdue and Kai Jensen. Jensen in the 75, Perdue in the 37. Perdue, big mover last week in getting a podium position Boys getting a little antsy on the front row. Green flag is out, and there is all sorts of issues as we are underway in heat race number 1. As long as we stay in green. Ashh Hammond to the inside on Johnson. Couple of teammates and a couple of good mates working together. Then you go back to, well, he's a bit of a clom. Riley Stewart in position number 5. They'll go 3 wide. Stewart is all over the place. Look out, contact between Johnson and Hammond. On the inside goes Stewart. And oh, here we go, 3 wide. Outside the transfer position, Cole Patrick, Nathan Norman, and Riley Stewart. Stewart on the outside looking in. Johnson has moved up to position number 2. Meanwhile, Hayden Purdue has said, see you later, boys. I'm out in front. And there goes Cole Patrick getting 2 for the price of 1 here in the space of a lap. Stewart up the inside. And contact, and Stewart going to shuffle Cole Patrick back to position number 7 now. As Jensen has got Hammond all over the back of him into turns 3 and 4. 3 to run for your race leader. Hayden Purdue is already making his way down the back straightaway. Luke Johnson running in second. Third is Kai Jensen and Ashh Hammond. Going to be your top 4 drivers that will make it into the show with just 2 laps left to run. And there he is, that 37 machine, Hayden Purdue. He has got this thing locked up with the white flag through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straight away for the final time in the final 5th and final heat race of the evening for round number 2 of the Ashh Hammond Sign and Designs Midget Series. Hayden Purdue wins. Second will go to Luke Johnson. Third, Kai Jensen, Riley Stewart. Fourth, Ashh Hammond, doing all sorts of 360s after that one. And he'll come home in 5th. He'll come away with a 5th position. Let's take a look at your finishing results. Purdue, Johnson, Jensen and Stewart, your top 4. Patrick, Norman and Hammond, your top 7. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. We've got 10, 5 and 12 laps of distance as your starting grid coming up on screen. Here it is, 10 laps of distance. Justin Wright, Jason Crawford in row 1. Row 2, James Rice and Nathan Norman. Row 3, Jeremy Keendrott and Hayden Vickers. Row 4, Nick Ryan and Matt Bailey. Row 5, Ashh Hammond and Boyd Bowden. Row 6, Cody Nevin, Braden Miller. Row 7, Clayton Davies and Leo Heaton. And row 8, Grayson Springer and Brooke Marquis. So what was scheduled for 16 cars, turns out there's only 12 on the racetrack. And these 12 drivers will fight it out for 10 laps for the top 5. I'm sure we took 4 from the heats. We might have taken 3 from the heats. Should have checked that. I'll check that next. But anyhow, here we go. Right and Crawford, and we are underway. Right drifts up. Crawford goes underneath him and picks up the front wheels. Hammond had nowhere to go. We're still green. Matty Bailey around the outside, looking to move up a number of positions. Looks like we have got Clayton Davies in the number 50 machine. Nope. Clayton. I get the feeling you should know this, that you can't actually park there. It's okay. We'll deal with it. We've dealt with it. We are going back to green. Looks like we're going to double the field back up once again, and we're going to have a complete restart. So what happens on these double file restarts, if they do not complete a lap and they go back to their original positions, or barring the cause of the caution, It will not be the pole sitter to set the pace. That will go back to iRacing green flags. However, if there is a single file restart, that, my friends, will be controlled by the race leader. So the Coab Osborne Transport JR Productions and Media Ultimate Dirt League NLRA number 78 machine of Justin Wright going to lead him down into turn number 1 and 2. Look at James Rice just rolling the bottom side. James Rice by Jason Crawford. Jason Crawford picks it up and he goes back around the outside. One car into the wall. Trying to think who that might have been. That might have been Boyd Bowden. We're going to go 3 wide for the race lead. James Rice, your new race leader. Grayson Springer from the back up to nearly what is now challenging for the race lead. We've got 3 wide. We're going to go yellow just as Grayson Springer makes the pass, and he'll have to go back to position number 2 or 3. James Rice is going to have the race lead. So James Rice for president, James Rice for hard charger. Well, it's J-Dub, Justin Wright up on his lid. And Matt Bailey involved as well. Oh boy. Ah yes. Matt Bailey, you can't park there. Justin Wright, you can't park there. 2 guys that are very, very familiar with the Power Clutch presentation. They should know where they can and where they cannot park. That, my friends, is a place where you cannot park. So it looks like we are ready for the resumption of your C main. So Bailey out, Wright out, which leaves us 10 cars still fighting it out for 5 transfer positions. Springer on the inside. No, it's not Jay, but it is Grayson. Grayson Springer moves to position number 2 after starting in position, which would have been about 12 or 13, considering we only had, it might have been 11 or 12 actually, considering we only had not that many. We had 12 cars on the grid. So coming from the 6th row, now to go to the race lead, Grayson Springer, Jason Crawford. Crawford got some pressure with Clayton Davies on the inside. Davies finally pulled his finger out. James Rice going upstairs. And now here comes Leo Heaton in that 26 machine, just rolling right through the middle of the speedway. Got the final transfer position. Ashh Hammond sitting back in position number 6. Laps ticking away. 7 down. 3 to run. Big wheel stand there. I think that was for Jason Crawford. James Rice around the outside. Leo Heaton around the inside. Up the inside, I should say. Jason Crawford around the outside now. Rice, Crawford, contact. Crawford going to go around. And a little 360 and a little 720. Ashh Hammond getting caught up in that one. And we go yellow, and probably a good caution there for James Rice just to gather his thoughts. And I reckon Nathan Norman might be liking that one. Ashh Hammond won't be. Of course, with Jason Crawford. And Jason Crawford has made his way back into the infield. And that will be his night done and dusted in the Ashh Hammond Sign and Designs Midget Series. Again, round number 2 here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Again, after Lania last week, we look at the schedule. Next week, we'll go to the Lively Motorsports Park, followed by Kokomo, and then the dirt track at Charlotte for the final week. And 23rd of February, 2nd of March, and the 9th of March will be a 5-week series completed. So a green-white checker left to wrap us up in tonight's C main. Again, we'll have the B main next, followed by a little warm-up session where I dare say the track may get reset maybe, or we'll leave that in race control's hand as we're back underway with Grayson Springer, Clayton Davies, James Rice, Leo Heaton on the inside now. Leo Heaton going to take over position number 3 at the line. Well, I tell you what, it was very tight between Heaton and Rice into 3 out of turn number 4. The checkers are out. Grayson Springer wins. Clayton Davies second, Leo Heaton third, James Rice fourth, and Nick Ryan going to come home in your fifth and final transfer position. And again, the magic number was 5, ladies and gentlemen. So that will conclude your C main. For everybody else that finished 6 on back, the likes of Nathan Norman, Ashh Hammond, Jeremy Keendrod. You're looking at Jason Crawford. And let's bring up those results actually. Bowden, Wright, Bailey, Vickers. Of course, to the likes of Nevin Miller, Mark Quiss. They had no further part in that one. And it was actually the top 3 in what we took to the main event from the heat races. Now this will line up your B main, which will be 12 laps, and your top 5. Let's go through your 16 drivers. Jacob Croker and Trent Gosley in row 1. Jonathan McKean, Brady Baldwin in row 2, Riley Stewart, Jason Burke, row 3, Daniel Cassidy, Regan Edwards in row 4, Joshua Barry along with Cole Patrick in row 5, Riley Simpson, Grayson Springer, row 6, Clayton Davies, Leo Heaton, row 7, and James Rice and Nick Ryan in row number 8. Get a shot up of that car. Righto, green flag is out. Heat races are done. We are into your B main, your last chance to qualify, and there is all sorts of action going on in lap number 1. Of course, well, when you've got 16 cars on the grid for a B main, tight little racetrack as Fairbury is. Not one of my favourites, but I gotta say, it is certainly elbows up. Yeah, it's pretty slippery back there on that car. Let's get a good look up that one. Of course, JR Productions the media sponsoring the Quick Time Award, $10 to the fastest qualifier. It's definitely a good looking hot rod, I gotta say. Well, Mitch, I'm not sure if we actually got confirmation on whether Bailey was actually going to Dubbo or not, so no, we'll be there. We'll be going up Friday, travelling Friday night. By the time I get home, 6:30, I'll be out the door by 6:39. Told you boys to get the photo. Oh, a big slid bomb from Croker, but look out, here comes Jonathan McKean on the inside. Oh, well, looky, we are yellow. Maybe, no, we're staying green. Wait for timing and scoring just to reset itself here in the next couple of laps. 3 wide for the race lead. Now we're going to go yellow. It was Gosley, McKean and Croker, I think it was. Put it this way, all the if he just stays out of the wrecks, Ricey stays out of the wrecks, James Rice for hard charger. Of course, the hard charger, of course, throughout the 5-week schedule will be paid $5 courtesy of 65 Clicks. Big thanks to 65 Clicks for the support with the Ashh Hammond Sign and Design Midget series, brought to you by Ultimate Dirt League. After this week, running for the next 3 Wednesday nights, then they'll take a break off. Brady Baldwin will have his league coming to a Wednesday night, and then following that, I would guess, because it is illegal to assume, I would be guessing that Ultimate Dirt League will come back with something else. I would love to see a Dirt Legend Car Series just for 4 weeks, just these small tracks. You could throw you could throw some big slid bobs in Legend Cars. I'd love to see a Dirt Legend Car League. Just go at it. You just start the track state at 100% and let them tee off. And while we're not to be golfing with LJR anymore, but we are going to be going green. And we're back underway in your B main. In a distance set for 12 laps. Gosley up the inside there on McKean. Look out, Grayson Springer making his way forward now on the inside. Look out, there goes Daniel Cassidy to the outside. Tank tie, you can't get into the back of McKean. Slide job by Brady Baldwin. There we go now, starting to get dicey right around the transfer position. Clayton Davies in the 50 machine holds down that fifth and final transfer position. He's gone +8 in your B main. And then Grayson Springer, who sits in second, now coming after your race leader, start at position number 12. And now Grayson Springer took over the race lead, but no. Yellow is out, and if Jacob Croker had the lead at the start-finish line there on the previous lap, means he's going to go back to the race lead. Boy, I got to say, Grayson Springer might be on the 65 clicks hard charger award later tonight, but I guess Clayton Davies might have something to say about that one. Should Clayton get into the show? So waiting for the safety car to go back infield. Ah, there it is. Speaking of going back infield, we're back underway. In your B main, and there goes Springer on the inside of Croker. Croker going to the cushion. Into 3 and 4 with Grayson Springer showing everybody where the line is at the moment. The fastest way around the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Gosley going to the cushion. Davies going to the inside. Smart drive by Clayton Davies, 3 to go, because he's just following your race leader. Look out, there's some contact, a little 360. Then Daniel Cassidy, that was very aggressive on Jonathan McKean. 2 to go. Croker and Gosley upstairs. Springer and Davies down low with a white flag out. 1 to go. And it's going to be out of turn number 4. Grayson Springer. He's going to double up on the wins for the consolation race. He wins your C main, and he's now just won your B main from position number 12 on the grid. And easy pickings. Easy Michael. Easy pickings for the likes of Grayson Springer going +11, along with Clayton Davies going +11. Then you look at Jacob Croker in 3rd, Trent Gosley 4th, and Jonathan McKean going to round out the top 5. And your top 5 is going to be the magical number. And if you're not inside that top 5, well, then you are done and dusted. So for the likes of Nick Ryan, Riley Simpson, Daniel Cassidy, Riley Stewart, James Rice, Regan Edwards, Leo Heaton, Brady Baldwin, Jason Burke, Josh Barry, and Cole Patrick, they will find themselves sitting and watching the rest of the show here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway, or they can just get out of the server, get into another race, and off they go. That's the beauty of iRacing. That being said, I doubt we've got too long of a warm-up session here. Just see if we can get word from race control. If we don't, again, I'm going to be guessing that we are running at about 2-minute warm-up session. So we might just play an ad, pay a bill, come back, we'll play some music and get ready for the main event. Round number 2 of the Ashh Hammond Sun and Designs at Midget Series, brought to you by Ultimate Dirt League, right here on your home for Dirt Sim Racing, Ultimate Dirt TV. And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV, run number 2 of the Ashh Hammond Sign and Designs Midget Series here from the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. 20 cars getting set to do battle around the tight little bull ring here at Fairbury. Jonathan McKean will start from position number 20. Position number 19 is Trent Gosley. Position number 18, Jacob Croker. Position number 17, Clayton Davies. Position number 16, your C and B main winner, Grayson Springer. On the inside, position number 15, it's Kai Jensen. Position number 14, Jack Murphy. Position number 13, Braden Shute. Position number 12, Cameron O'Brien. Position number 11, it's the fridge of Max Bevan. Position number 10, Luke Johnson. Position number 9, Riley Bilson. Position number 8, Nathan Vanderwacker. Position number 7, it's the camel of Caleb Mills. Position number 6, it's Colton Key. Position number 5, Aiden Perdue. Position number 4, Kobe Wright. Position number 3, Blake Walsh. And your front row, position number 2, Rico Robles. And your pole sitter, driving car number 65, it's Austin Piper. What better way to kick off round number 2 here at Fairbury. It's basically America versus Australia, the USA versus the Aussies. And right now, well, it's the Americans who have got a pretty good stranglehold on round number 2, but things can change. It's time to go racing. It's time to get dirty for 30 here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Keep an eye on Grayson Springer, who has picked up a C main and a B main win here tonight. Can he go for the hat trick and get your B main? Look out, Rico Robles got a little loose, and Aiden Perdue was the car that got into the back of him, and we go yellow, and Rico Robles says thank you very much. He'll go back and take his spot. Poor old Jack Murphy in the 55 has found himself back into the pit area. Oh, how about I turn the sound up? There we go. There is nothing worse than having no sounds of the race cars. I blame the update on OBS, because you can actually see the volume without the volume being on. And you want to see the world's fastest camel? Well, there he is. Having the UDL number 1, the house car. So we'll see if race control deem that as fault of Aiden Perdue, or whether it will be pinged on the 3 of Rico Robles. So they'll add some laps onto the number of laps before they go green. They'll give a number of opportunities to take a good look and assess the situation at hand. And while they discuss that, we get to talk about what is happening here on Ultimate Dirt TV over the coming weeks. And what I can tell you is the fact that, well, guard is changing here at UDTV. Steve McMillan now going to be in charge of the American side of things. You'll still hear myself on a Sunday and Wednesday night Australian time here on JSI and UDL. JSI on Sunday and UDL here on Wednesday nights. So ready for a start. Safety car pulls in. Austin Piper says, okay, I'm ready to go back. Well, everybody can follow in line as we go down into turn number 1 and 2. And he ran just above the slick line on the bottom side of the racetrack. That's Rico Robles, sorry. Oh, look out, K-Dub. You cannot park there. This is not Avalon. This is Fairbury, mate. This is Fairbury. And you cannot park there. You hate to see it. K-Dub, you would have thought, you would have known of where you can and can't park and what moves and what doesn't. That, my friend, you young torso, I hope that torso's okay. That, my friend, does not move. I feel like I've told these boys a number of times. We had the fridge Max Bevan last week at the inside wall at Lanier. After we've told him, and he's been an advocate of the Power Plates presentation. He should know. He now knows. Well, Lanier wall doesn't move. I reckon you would need a ambulance. Oh, well, you said ambulance. I'll go ambulance. There's a slid bob coming out there from Rico Robles, but the safety car going to pull onto the racetrack. We're going to go yellow. And sometimes this is why the smaller tracks will kill this type of racing, because I'm sure once these guys get going, again, this update that we had was what, 2, 3, 4 seasons ago. I say 3 seasons ago with the change. It's hard to find that happy medium, because prior races, I've seen it pretty much on the wall in midgets, and now of course you're seeing a lot of the drivers just roll the inside line. Of course, I can give you a great example. Grayson Springer, probably from about 700th, maybe 11th or 12th in the C main to a C main victory. Done the same thing in the B main, and he's made his way up to position number 11. So he's at +5, looking at picking up the hard charge reward thanks to 65 clicks. As we go back underway, we're going to complete lap number 5. Yes, we do. Mills is up the floor. Vanderwacker in the 01 machine. In fact, it's the 07. And you go back to Riley Bilson in 6th position. There's the fridge in 7th of Max Bevan. Luke Johnson in 8th. Well, he's gone forward so far. He's gone from 10th to position number 8. And now he's going to go a little further as one car goes around. That was Riley Bilson. We stay green up the inside. Goes Kai Jensen. Braden Shute. He was quick towards the back end of last week's feature event. In a story of against what could have been last week, but not to be. 8 down, 22 to go. Your race leader is Austin Piper. Rico Robles in 2nd. Colton Key in 3rd. The Americans go 1, 2, and 3. Then you go back to Caleb Mills, the Camel. followed by Nathan Vanderwacker. Max Bevan at a +5 also through this field. Luke Johnson +3. There is Grayson Springer in the 24. He started position number 16. He's up to 8, so he's at a +8 at the moment. He would be your 65 clicks hard charger. Would pick up some cash, some PayPal money. Thanks to 65 clicks. And now Johnson has got some pressure from your C&B main winner of Grayson Springer through 1 and 2 with Johnson holding firm through the middle of the speedway now. Vanderwacker trying to get by Caleb Mills, but now Bevan trying to come after Vanderwacker. Yeah, Vanderwacker. I was actually looking at Johnson and Springer still having a great battle behind him through 3 and 4. Now we go into cycle. We cycle into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Braden Shooten again, who was phenomenal towards the back end of last week's featurette. Puts a little mini slide job on the 24 of Grayson Springer. And this is what I was talking about earlier. You just get some green flag laps here. These drivers shoot. He doesn't move. Well, he does. He technically didn't stop, but I'm going to tell you, that's a no stopping zone, my friend. That is a no stopping zone. We are yellow right at the half race distance. Going to message someone actually because about an hour before I go to bed. Been a long time. It's been a long time. Let's hopefully I like it. It'd be nothing worse than going to a job you don't like. Should be alright though. It's what I want to do. Back underway to start lap 17. So 1 lap past half race distance. 14 to go. Here in the main event. The world's fastest camel of Caleb Mills holding on to position number 4. Here comes Nathan Vanderwacker. Trying his damnedest, doing everything, throwing everything. Well, I tell you, whatever you can hold a kitchen sink into that one, I'm sure that would get thrown out at the side of Caleb Mills. And now Mills, he was climbing up all over the left rear there of Colton Key. But couldn't quite get the job done to get past the 6 of Colton Key. So it's America 1, 2 and 3. And the UDL number 1 machine, who is the first Aussie, or the highest Aussie in this field as far as positions. And you go back to Nathan Vanderwacker, Max Bevan, Grayson Springer coming through the field, +11. Riley Bilson in 8th, Luke Johnson 9th, Kai Jensen 10. And look at Clayton Davies, Cameron O'Brien, Braden Shute also trying to go back up through the field. It's hard not to look at Grayson Springer right now, because Grayson Springer, boy whiz. Oh, look out. He gets into the left rear of Max Bevan, and he done very well to save it. They go 2 and 3 wide. Johnson on the outside. Jensen was through the middle. So Johnson, Jensen and Davies. Johnson trying to stay inside the top 10 at the moment. Almost 3 wide again. And just like that, we're looking at just 6 laps remaining for your race leader, Rinko Rovers, who's already into turn number 1 and 2. This battle for right around the 10th position at the moment. Davies by Johnson. Johnson still holding down position number 10. Then you go back to Jensen in 11th. Shoot, got some issues there in 3 and 4. Mid-track certainly looks like it might be the fastest way around the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Mills, he's got some company with Nathan Vanderwacker, and he's running a mini slider line, but then it's the cutback line. And Rico Robles is now just what is 3 laps away from picking up the win here in round number 2 of the Ashh Hammond Sign and Designs Midget Series. Big move by Austin Piper, but it will not matter for the moment. Down the back straight away into turn number 3 and a 4. The white flag going to fly. He's greeted the white flag, so we're going to race it out to the start-finish line. Regardless of what happens, there's some contact on the front straight away out of turn number 4. Most certainly one car, I believe it was Cameron O'Brien. But Rico Rooms will take out round number 2 of the Ashh Hammond Sign and Design Midget Series. We'll go through the rest of the field. So we'll wait for your finishing results to come up on screen, and here they are right now. It's going to be Rico Robles getting the job done over Austin Piper, Colton Key, Caleb Mills and Nathan Vanderwacker. Your top 5. Then you go back to Max Bevan in 6th, Clayton Davies 7th, Grayson Springer in 8th. 9th is Riley Bilson. Kai Jensen rounds out your top 10 in the back half of the field. Luke Johnson in 11th, Braden Shute, Blake Walsh 12th and 13th, Jonathan McKean 14th, 15th Cameron O'Brien, Jacob Croker 16, Aidan Perdue 17, Kobe Wright, Trent Gosley and Jack Murphy. Your 20 drivers. Your 65 Clicks Hard Charger Award goes to Clayton Davies, who started 17th and moved up 10 positions to come home 7th. And honourable mention also to Grayson Springer, who came from the C main along with Clayton Davies. Springer moved up 8 positions also throughout the course of that A main event. We are waiting for our top 3 of Robles, Piper and Colton Key. We've got Rico Robles, we've got Austin Piper, and we're just waiting on Colton Key. So what we're going to do, we are going to throw it to this right here, and we're going to chat to your race winner here tonight, driving the number 3 machine. It is Rico Robles. Rico, congratulations on the victory, and I tell you what, you made that somewhat look easy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mate, since we've had the update at a number of seasons, you guys have had plenty of time to get yourself used to it. Now, from what it looks like, from what I'm seeing that these tracks be more bottom side dominant. Is that the way you're feeling when you're running around these midget cars?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, after them updates, these cars are mostly set up for the bottom, I guess. I don't know, but I heard there's an update coming in March for them to where it'll open up the racing here and you can run the top a little bit more.
Mate, talk about tonight's racetrack. Again, you probably those last couple of laps were you sort of getting nervous at what was in front of you between the lap cars, or were you just sort of focused on just trying to hit your marks that get this race over and done with?
Yeah, I wasn't really stressing. I mean, we were all up front, had good cars, so I was kind of just taking it easy, trying to hit my marks and not mess up.
Well, mate, congratulations on the win. Before we let you go, of course, there's a lot of good sponsors on this race card. No doubt a lot of great people behind you and backing this number 3 machine. So now's an opportunity to thank those people and sponsors.
Yeah, I got to thank you for the broadcast, Luke and all them boys who put this league together. Very fun league. All the boys over at Dynamic Sim Sports, Clayton Davies for the sick pictures and edits and all of that stuff, and my buddy Gage Stevens Designs for our wicked paints.
All right, well done on the win, buddy. We'll hopefully see you back next week.
Yep, thank you.
There we go. Rico Robles, ladies and gentlemen, home in first place. Home in second place tonight, driving the 65 machine. It is Austin Piper. And Austin, congratulations on second place. So what, you make it a 1-2 for the Dynamic Sim Sports team. You're going to be happy with that result?
Oh, yes, sir.
Right, coming into tonight, you obviously started off the night well. You looked to end it with a clean sweep, but not to be. But talk us through your race and how you felt and where you felt most comfortable on this racetrack tonight.
Yeah, I I don't even know where to start. I just got on dynamic with all these guys, and we've been testing and all that. And it's cool to get the experience with Rico. He's a real big guy into the dirt midget world, and yeah, we got it figured out. We ran a few Fairbury practice sessions, and then you know, trying to figure out setups and all that. I felt good in the heat race, and then warm ups. I was kind of biting my fingernails on what I should do to the setup and all that. And then I asked Rico. Rico helped me out, so I was glad we went 1, 2, and 3. And it's just a good feeling.
Hey, I forgot what I was going to ask you. I have to ask you something else. What's the plan? How much practice do you put into these midgets, and what's the program for you? When it comes to the midget side, or what's the main class or division that you like to run here on iRacing?
Really, be completely honest, we just run officials. That's all we run to get our license up. And, we'll post a few races, but, this is actually, today was the first day I got on Fairbury in like a few weeks just to run it, because we're always doing officials, and it's, Eldora right now. So it's, just kind of track, remembering on how the track is. And, the midgets change over the seasons, but I run enough hosteds to know like how the track gets and stuff like that, and officials. So it's just kind of all mind game on knowing what the track's gonna do and what's the fastest line.
All right, well, congratulations on bringing home a podium position, second place here tonight at Fairbury. Before we let you go, Austin, like what we said to Rico, mate, there's a lot of good sponsors and a lot of good people behind the scenes that back this 65 car.
Yeah, I like to thank Rico and Gage and all the Dynamic boys and CD Photographs, and y'all for putting on the event and streaming it and stuff like that, and everyone that helps me to be fast and to be right here right now.
All right, there we go. Austin Piper home in position number 2, and well, to make it a 1, 2, and 3 for the Dynamic Sim Sports team, I believe it is, coming home in third place. It's the number 6 entry of Colton Key. And Colton, well, you start at position number 6. You move forward 3 spots. You come home with a third place finish. But a good night overall for you in the 6 car.
I knew once we qualified pretty decent, I thought we would have a good shot at running up front in this. And in the heat race, my teammate Austin Piper, he led the race on me, and he was good. He was fast. And there was a big pile up, and I just got through that. And then K-Dub went to the top, and I got under him, and then it just went from there.
Mate, as the track sort of progressed all night, there was still a fair bit of moisture down low. You guys had a little bit of an extended warm-up session, hopefully, to try and take that bottom side out. Do you think that it was still there late in the race? What did you make of the racetrack? Where did you think the fast line was?
I just started running the middle, trying to avoid all the ruts, and my teammate Rico Robles told me to try slider, and that felt pretty fast too, so I was just running wherever I wouldn't get caught up in the ruts.
Let's seeing as go, all you guys are probably talking to each other in Discord throughout the race. Is there much chatter between you three while you are under green flag, or does that sort of wait and take a back seat and you talk under the yellow flags?
No, there's definitely a little bit going on there between me, Rico Robles, and Austin Piper. We talk about like what lines and what times we're turning, just so we can compare and see how we're doing.
But look, well done on making it a Dynamic Sim Sports lockout podium here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Colton, before we let you go, of course, sponsor on this race car, people behind the scenes, buddy, a good opportunity to thank those people now.
I want to thank Rico Robles, Gage Stevens Design, CD Cinematography, obviously you guys for broadcasting and putting this stuff on, and I want to thank all the boys over at Dynamic for all the testing and tuning and get this thing dialed.
All right, well, there we go. Colton Key home in third position. That will wrap up, of course, our podium, our top 3 interviews here tonight from the Fairbury American Legion Speedway in the Ashh Hammond Sign and Designs Midget Series again. Next week, we travel, where did I say, to Kokomo, I think it was. Let me pull up the schedule. I think it's Kokomo. No, Limaland, then Kokomo, and then we finish up at the dirt track. Again, a big thank you to, of course, Ashh Hammond Sign and Designs, Cabworks Kitchens, LJR, 65 Clicks, and JR Productions and Media. Until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night. We'll see you next week.
Did you guys proud, hopefully?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
So close.
man.
So close.
So close.
I thought you would have got him on that. I thought you would have got him on that last restart because you were all over Colton like a fucking